Hi, it's Matt from QuickRegisterSEO.com, and today I'm going to be talking to you about self-hosted email management software Sendy and why I've switched from using Getresponse.com, and I'm in the process of switching from Aweber.com to going to a self-hosted email marketing solution. And I've ended up using Sendy. But first, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click the subscribe button below and click the little bell icon, and you'll be the first to know about new software we have coming out and tips like this that can help you with your email marketing. Now, I get most of my sales from email and SEO, but email is huge. All right. It is the number one most effective marketing method that I have. I've made thousands and thousands of dollars in sales through email marketing. I get sales every single day in my inbox, and most of it is due through email marketing and specifically drip campaigns or follow-up autoresponders. And a lot of people seem to get lost on this. So if you're not building your own list and you have your own list, you're losing out on 90% of your sales. It's as simple as that. But I'm not going to really spend time convincing you to get an autoresponder. That's just something you absolutely have to have. And if you don't know about it, study it, learn it, and spend the time and do it. But I'm going to talk to you about Sendy versus using something like Getresponse or Aweber.com. Now, I'm using this self-hosted system, and I absolutely love it. Why? Because with Getresponse.com and Aweber.com, I am a slave to those people. They own my data. They can cut me off at any time for any reason. And this is a vital part of my marketing program, is my email marketing. So it is a huge deal to me to be able to use my own self-hosted autoresponder system. The problem is when you do self-hosting is deliverability. But with Sendy, they have resolved that problem because you have a self-hosted autoresponder that does everything that Aweber and Getresponse does pretty much, maybe even some stuff that they don't do. Plus, you have total control of your data, and it works with Amazon SES. So Amazon SES is a SMTP email type of service, and it's obviously through Amazon, and they'll let you use their service to send out your emails. And so this is what it costs. Say for 10,000 emails, it costs $1 to send out 10,000 emails with Amazon SES. And Sendy is made specifically to work with Amazon SES. It manages everything. It manages the bounces. It manages the undeliverables. It manages the spam complaints. It gives you beautiful reports like this on your campaigns. It allows you to have autoresponder drip campaigns. Here are my autoresponder campaigns. Every few days, once people sign up for my newsletter, they're going to get this. I can put a form on my website. Sendy gives me a form. I can put up my website. It interacts with my WordPress plugin that I use, Thrive Leads. So it interacts seamlessly with my website. It gives me reports on all the opens and from my different messages, how many people clicked. It really does everything that a autoresponder service like Aweber or Getresponse is going to do for me, but it's hosted on my own server, and I have total control of the data. Now, why is that so important? Okay, I still have an Aweber account. Here it is here. All right, I'm still using it. It's kind of like a backup account, and Aweber works great. All right, they do work great, and it's a little simpler at first to get started. So if you're just getting started, Aweber might be the way to go. I wouldn't recommend Getresponse. I would recommend Aweber over Getresponse. I've used both extensively. It's just very simple and easy to use. So if you've no experience, you might get your feet wet with Aweber. But then once you start building a list, you really should think about going to self-hosted. It's a little more complicated at first getting set up, but it's all quite doable, and they have a setup service for you. But it gives you freedom. It gives you control over your data. Why is that important? Because I have gotten my list up to 30,000 confirmed opt-in subscribers with Aweber. And guess what? They deleted my account without notice. Yeah, they'll do it. Why? I'm going to explain to you why in a second. Because the same thing happened to me with Getresponse. I got my account up to 180,000 confirmed subscribers. This is a number of years ago. Okay, they deleted it. And and then I did another Getresponse account. I got up to 30,000 subscribers, and after about 3 years, they deleted it. Now, why? On all 3 instances, do they do this? Why do they do it? Obviously, if you break the rules and do something illegal, horrific, okay, they're going to delete your account. But that wasn't the case here. I was really following the rules. I wasn't doing anything different I was always doing. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the list got old. That's what they said the last time. Because even if you have confirmed opt-in, after you get about 3 years, the list starts to go stale. That means emails start turning into spam traps. They start causing more bounces because emails don't last forever. And they don't have the process for really dealing with it at Aweber and Getresponse. See, this is the type of thing you learn as you start growing. If you just have a few people in your email account, fine, you can use Aweber or Getresponse. But they don't do the list hygiene. So their way of doing list hygiene, since they don't have a way to do it really well, for each account, it would be unbelievably time consuming. They just nuke the accounts. Now I was spending $200 a month with Getresponse, and that was a big disruption of my business to have to completely redo my follow-up letters like here and put them all in and set up a new system. It was a huge problem. And same thing with Aweber, and none of them are any different. They'll all do it to you. And it's not because you break any rules, it's because your list gets old. So now I'm using Sendy, which works fantastic. It does everything that Aweber does. And I've got my autoresponders. I can set out campaigns. I could put forms on my websites. It gives me forms to put on my website that work seamlessly with Thrive Leads, my WordPress plugin on my blog. I'll show you. I come over here and I'll go to, by the way, I have 4 licenses. I might even have 5 licenses of Sendy. So, okay, that will work with, and this will work right here. I have my forms set up with Thrive Leads, and I can set them up seamlessly through my plugin. I just do a few clicks and it works great. What about deliverability? That's the biggest thing for self-hosting. They've got it covered. They've got it covered with Amazon SES. You get an account with Amazon SES, and right now I have a daily quota of 50,000 emails. I'm sending about 18,000 out a day. So the deliverability is excellent with Amazon SES. Absolutely excellent. And to solve the problem of my emails, the spam traps, and old email addresses, I use a system called Email List Verify. Okay, and what they do is they verify your older list. So like here's one of my Aweber lists. I decided to verify it, and I found that there was one spam trap. Now a spam trap, that can be a legitimate email that somebody signed up, confirmed opt-in, because all these are confirmed opt-in. People have to click a link to it. But if it gets old enough, the service provider could turn it into a spam trap. There were 30 disposable emails, 4 duplicates, 27 valid. I can go back to larger lists that I've had, and this cleans the list out of all the bad email addresses. And these are all confirmed opt-in lists. Those are real opt-in lists. There's no bot leads or any of that BS. These are people who have gone on my websites and subscribed themselves with their own IP. So you can be following all the rules and still get 69 spam traps. And that's why services, if you have big lists like Getresponse or Aweber, can delete your accounts because they just don't have time to do all this work. What I'm doing is re-verifying all the leads that you've built up over the years. So now I'm re-verifying everything, and I'm re-uploading everything to my instance, my license with Sendy on my own server, and my bounce rates are super low, and my undeliverables are super low. And so I have a super clean list. So Amazon SES has me as being a top customer because my lists are so clean, and I'm getting better deliverability, and I have total control over my data. No one can pull my entire email marketing system down. And I also have a backup for Amazon SES with Elastic Email, which actually offers better prices if you can talk to them. You've got to talk to them about it. Now, what about the prices? Okay, I was paying $200 a month with Getresponse. Here I'm on the Sendy site. By the way, this software is an absolute steal at $59. $59. Oh, they got a sale. It's $47 right now. Dude, you should buy this if you're really serious about email marketing. It's way underpriced, folks. I've had AutoresponderPlus.com, ARP Reach. It's good software, but it's like, I don't know, what is it now? $300? Crazy. And this is by far better. It works better than Autoresponder Plus. And so let's talk about the cost. 10,000 emails cost me $1. So I'm setting a lot more than that. I've got, so say it's 20,000, and that's 600,000 a month. So 100,000 is going to cost me $10. So 60,000 is going to cost me $60. So I'm going to pay $60 a month in fees, and I'm sending out 600,000 emails. All right, all legit, people subscribing. These are all my real lists. So there's hardly any complaints, hardly any bounces. It's super clean. For $60, I was paying $200 a month for, actually, I think it was $250 for Getresponse. And my little account with Aweber, $69. So I'm blowing it away as far as prices. The deliverability is every bit as good, if not better, than Aweber or Getresponse. And this software works beautifully. I can have as many lists as I want. Okay, so you can run multiple lists from multiple websites. I choose to have a different setup on for each of my websites. That's just my choice. It's cheap enough that you can do that. You could even do email marketing for other people, which I don't do. You can, add unlimited lists. You can have a blacklist. You have reports. You could do autoresponders, automatic follow-up, and it works flawlessly. There's a script you can use that interacts with it, so you could upload emails to your campaigns and so forth. So all in all, it is great. The only downside, Sendy or self-hosted autoresponders, is that you have to get your own Linux server. So some people just don't want to learn how to do that. So you got to know how to FTP, all right? And you have to get your own website and your own domain and a Linux server where you can run PHP and MySQL. So if you don't want to deal with any of that, yeah, you could go with the self-hosted. If you're building your list big on Aweber, learn how to do all that stuff. It's not that big of a deal. They even have installation services that they'll install it for you on your own server. So that really isn't a barrier. And you can control your own data. And as you grow, this is so important. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your own web hosting, not the Windows hosting, but you're going to need Linux hosting. And I like a VPS because you have control over your website. If you already have it, great. So you can get your own VPS, run unlimited domains for as little as $8 a month. So that's super cheap at IOZoom, and they're very good. I have a number of servers with them, and they're managed, and they do great service. Just within a few minutes, they'll contact you if you need it, and I rarely ever need to contact them. So I'll put the link in the description below for that. And then you'll need a license for Sendy. Okay, down here, wow. At the time of doing this video, they're doing it for $47. It's okay, it ends Friday. So when you see this video, it may not be $47, but $59 is an absolute steal for this. Wow. Okay. It's worth $500. It really is. They did a beautiful job with this. Then you'll need your own domain name. If you don't have one, if you have one, great. You can go to quickregister.us. Yeah, it's my site. We're resellers with GoDaddy. You get the same prices as GoDaddy. Okay, let's go to Quick Register US. There you go. And you can go get your own domain name right here. That's a reseller with GoDaddy. And you can start managing your own list. And I've been absolutely thrilled with Sendy. Again, I've bought 4 licenses. I'm using them on all my domains. I'm even transferring over my remaining Aweber account with it. I love the fact that I have control over my own data. The prices, I'm saving a ton of money. Even sending out all the emails I'm sending out, I'm sending a ton of money. Maybe close to $200 a month. And it works beautifully. There's no downside. There's no downside. And 3 years from now, I can go and re-verify all my lists and re-upload it. You can't upload to any of these services. I don't care what they tell you. You try to upload to any of these services and they will shut down your account, even though they say you can upload. Maybe you can upload like 5 emails, but they're so paranoid about people uploading bad emails that they'll just shut you down. They just don't have time to deal with your anything that could be remotely a bad address. But here you can do your own verification, you control your own data, and you're controlling your own destiny. And only barrier you have to do is you got to get your own web server, which is all doable, and people can help you with that. And you have to have your own domain, which you should have anyway. And you have to, run this on your own web server. And there's people who even install it for you. It's actually, you could just follow the instructions and do it. It's not hard. Yeah. So I highly recommend Sendy. I highly recommend IOZoom for your hosting. And if you're not building a list at all, okay, you could start with Aweber and start building a list. If you don't have any traffic or any list, then maybe you don't need this right now. So start with someone like Aweber and work up to this. So this is my rant on running your own self-hosted autoresponder system. Stay away from Mautic. It's a glitchy, techie nightmare. It's free, but it's not free because it'll eat up all your time and then it won't work right. They just don't have it together. It's a kind of a programmer's dream and nightmare at the same time. So Sendy works. This works. This will save you time if you're considering a self-hosted autoresponder system. So this is Matt with QuickRegisterSEO.com. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions about this or my experiences with this, I'd be glad to answer them. All right. Thank you so much.